welcome back to another edition of ID High Tones, and thanks for joining. Sorry for the delay in getting some of the videos out. I've been traveling, as you can see. I'm in Geneva right now, on my way to Dublin and then back to New York. I'll be working on some of the videos on the plane, so we'll get those ready to release as soon as I get back. And continuing the countdown to UK Gold, which will be our first episode, which is in effect the last episode in this series. So if you've been following along, thanks for joining, and hope you enjoy this episode coming to you in part from Geneva, Switzerland. Take care. Good morning, it's day 7. We are on a spectacular new field. It's new to the tour. It's never been done by a detecting group before us, and it's quite a large field. We're all just getting started. Perfect day, absolutely gorgeous temperatures, blue skies, sun's out. It's going to be a high of probably around 60 today. I've just walked a few hundred feet from the van, had a couple of scratchy signals, a piece of lead, piece or two of aluminum. Just had a signal here. Very exciting. Let's take a look. So here's the hole. I was down about 3 or 4 inches. It sounded very much like lead. I thought it was going to be another piece of lead, 65. I pulled it out just a second ago, and look at this, an absolutely spectacular Cameo. Now the Cameo must be in silver or gold because it was detected by the machine. I haven't done anything to it at the moment. I'm sure it's a neoclassical Cameo. It's in the Roman style, but it was imitated in the 18th and 1900s. But absolutely spectacular piece. And well, it's a great start to the day. On to the next. Well, this is a real lesson in metal detecting. It taught me something. Had a signal here, a sharp signal, but as I went over it, I was getting an even better signal that was in the 90s, had that silvery touch to it, but then it was like going off the charts to 99. I dug this one here, and it turned out to be what we call a greenie. It was this coin here in my box. That was in that hole there, and it was on the side that was down deep. And when I got that out of the hole, I went back over the area, and I had another signal. It sounded a little tinny, but I dug it, and it was here. And it's hard to believe, but now where'd it go? It's here somewhere. Here it is, right there. This, I believe, I have not cleaned it off yet, I believe is part of a large hammered coin, possibly a shilling or 6pence. But let's just put a little magic water on it and see what we have here. Say, give it a light rub. Yeah, there's definitely writing on back and front. Let me give it a little rub and see what we have. Okay, so I've given a little water treatment and a dab, and it doesn't appear to be a silver coin. It's either part of the largest tomback button I've ever seen, or it's very, very worn down. I'm not going to study it much more here in the field. We'll take a look at it closer later, but interesting. 2 holes, two targets, and we're going to search this area a little more thoroughly. Okay, we could have a coin here. Dug down deep. It was a 55, and on the dais 2. It could be a coin, or it could be a button. It's usually a button when I live dig, and that is exactly what we have here. It's a button, and it's not even complete at that. It's missing part of the button. All right, well, it's a tomback, broken tomback. On to the next. Well, it's been a bit of a slow day here, although there've been some really exciting finds. One guy found a really nice half of a Viking coin. Another person found an Elizabeth I 6pence, beautiful large silver hammered coin. Some other hammered coins have come up and assorted artifacts. I've not had such a great day. I've had lots of greenies, which are, 17th, 18th century, 19th century coins. No silver yet. I was just digging a hole here, contemplating going back for a late lunch, but had a signal here and decided to dig. Now I was afraid it was going to be iron because I've had a lot of deep iron today, and you can see how deep this signal was. It was down deep, at least 8 inches. It came out of the hole, and it's a really beautiful greenie. I'm not sure who it is. There's definitely a profile facing right. There's some good detail on the coin, and on the back you can see a crown here with some writing around it. Again, not familiar with this coin. I suspect it's a milled coin, 1800s, but we're gonna take it up, have Steve take a closer look at it. But it's a nice find late in the day, and definitely beats pieces of lead, which this field is filled with. So there you go. There's a nice find. On to the next. Actually had a chance to study this coin a little more, and what we have here is a George III, and if you look at the back, there's a harp, which means it's an Irish coin, and underneath it you see the 1766, which is the date of the coin. So George III, obviously the King of England at the time the colonies declared independence, and here we have a coin that's in quite nice condition. It's contemporary with the rule of King George III. Just back from lunch, and it was actually a very late lunch, back out on the field, running sensitive full tones, factory program settings. I've just gone about 30, 40 feet from the van, and nice signal here, down about 4 or 5 inches, and we've got silver. It was a nice high tone, and beautiful portrait of young Victoria. It's a silver sixpence. Let's get it in focus here. There we go. Young Victoria, and on the back, sixpence, and it looks like it's 1857. 1857 sixpence. First milled silver of the trip for me. Not a bad find. Day 7 is in the books, and it was an absolutely spectacular day. The weather was fantastic. The field was great. There was a mixture of cultures on the field, from Anglo-Saxon up through early medieval, post-medieval, Georgian, Tudor. It was all there. In terms of finds, there were about a dozen or so hammered coins, including a spectacular Elizabeth I, and even a few Roman coins were found. Well, I didn't do quite as well as I did on some of the other days, but I still had some nice finds. So without further ado, let's take a quick look at the finds from today, day 7. As always, buttons, 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 lots of buttons. And just when you think you're digging a hammered silver coin, you come up with a silvered button. Musket balls, we had plenty of musket balls and some other doodads. Big finds today, 17th century trade token, 16th century Tudor clothes hook fragment, and in the middle is the face of Jesus. The pendant was actually complete when it came out of the ground, and I was just brushing it off with my towel, and it's quite fragile, and a part of the corner broke away, unfortunately. 13th, 14th century buckle fragments, and my first find of the day, which was this Georgian intaglio of a portrait of a man facing right, in the neoclassical style. So this would be from the 1700s, time of King George, and really quite a nice piece. These were all the rage during the Georgian period. And how's this for a cameo appearance? Just a quick look at the cleaned up cameo. As you can see, there's a fissure running horizontally, but otherwise a really nice depiction of a neoclassical cameo featuring an ancient athlete. Also had a number of coins today of various sizes and shapes. Most of these Larger ones are KG2s and 3s. Spectacular KG3 right there. It's actually a Irish coin with the harp on the back and the date 1766. It also had this sweet little Victoria with a young head of Victoria, Queen Victoria on the front. This is a silver sixpence. And on the reverse, you see the date at the bottom, which is 1857. Silver sixpence. And that's pretty much it for day 7 on the fields. Tomorrow we'll be back in a similar area, an adjoining field, and hopefully we'll bring home some more interesting finds tomorrow.
And now I make a cameo appearance. Hey, if you're liking these videos and this countdown to UK Gold, please take a moment to hit the like button, which helps us in the algorithms for these videos. And also consider subscribing and hitting the notifications button so you can get notified when new videos become available. I'm going to try to get the next in the series uploaded quickly so we can get to UK Gold. Thanks again. Happy detecting, and may all your tones be high tones. See you next time.